Shaun Kaleta is in, the newly elected town supervisor from Whitestown. Shaun, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me.
What's up?
You're a tall guy.
I am. I have to lower this mic a little bit. There we go.
Did you play hoops?
I did, but more of a volleyball player, but I did play some hoops.
Yeah, in college as well as high school?
Just high school. So I actually played tennis in college.
Did you?
So, and still do.
Wow.
So.
Where'd you play?
Utica College.
And in Utica, you kind of stayed with the realm that you're in now today with government, right? Is that what you studied?
Yeah, studied political science at Utica College, graduated in 2011, and here I am. Started as a trustee in the village of Oriskany, something that I love to do in 2010. And as you know, fortunately enough, I was elected as town supervisor on Tuesday.
Cool. We'll have to play tennis sometime. I like to play tennis, and I actually play squash even more during the wintertime. So,
okay, I've never played squash.
Oh.
Racquetball, yes.
Yeah.
Squash, no.
And how old are you, if you don't mind asking?
26.
Yeah.
So some days I feel older, though. But.
Did you consider a rap song like Ben Carson for your campaign? Did you hear this yet or not?
You know what? I haven't heard it. You know, I haven't been up to date on national news like I usually am, only because obviously we had the election on Tuesday.
Of course.
But we did have a commercial, but it was nothing like a rap song.
Here's Ben Carson's campaign right here. Check it out.
Vote, vote, inspire. Vote, vote, revive. Vote, vote, Ben Carson 2016. Vote and support Ben Carson for our next president and be awesome. If we want to get America back on track, we got to vote Ben Carson, no matter of fact.
How about that, huh?
Interesting. And now, where exactly did that come from? I mean, is that legitimately from his campaign?
It is, actually.
Okay.
In fact, if you cue it up to just the very end there, Jay, you'll hear his endorsement. Check it out. Wait. Oh, here it is right here.
Vote.
I'm Ben Carson, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Carson America.
A little shocking.
Legitimate.
Whatever you feel necessary, I guess, Mr. Carson.
Right.
There's some local artists around here. I'm sure that we get on the bandwagon for you.
Yeah, I never considered that, but hey, never say never, right?
A parade through, the main streets of Whitesboro.
Yeah, well,
We were talking this week on the show, Shaun, about the power of independent people now. I'm an independent voter myself. I don't kind of identify with either Democrat or Republican, although I'm kind of fiscally responsible, so that maybe goes toward the conservative side of things, and I'm socially more of a Democrat. Are you finding more and more people are gravitating toward the middle, and did you use that in your campaign as well?
yeah. First of all, I'm a member of the of the Independence Party, and I'm very proud as a member of the party that I was able to win and now represent the party. What I think that the Independence Party does is that it's an issue-oriented party. And I think people are starting to look at and study the issues more as opposed to just looking at parties, Democrat, Republican. But in all honesty, with the town of Whitestown, I happen to be a registered member of the Independence Party, but, at the town level, at the village level, you still have to make sure the roads are plowed. You still have to make sure the garbage is picked up. So, in a lot of ways, town politics maybe is too often labeled as partisan, but it really isn't, and it shouldn't be. But really excited to have accomplished what we accomplished, running as an independent or Independence Party member, and just very thankful and very humbled by all the people that came out to vote. Very, very special.
Did you arrive at that decision of being an independent, or did you start off maybe thinking you'd be a Democrat or a Republican? Was there ever a consideration? When did that change occur in your thinking?
Yeah, pretty much right from the start in college, I said, you look at the current state of our country, and it seems like I tell people since really the 2000 election between Bush and Gore, it seems like there's been a lot of gridlock in our country, blue versus red. And, Independence Party, sometimes other parties can act as alternate voices, and that's not a bad thing. Like I said, I mentioned the gridlock, Democrats, Republicans, sometimes constant stalemates. I think people are tired of it. And, people are voting for change. People are voting for new directions. And if I was able to represent a little bit of that, that's awesome.
I think you make a good point in that Bush election. It seemed to throw people both ways. You're either, far right really came out, I think, at that time, and the left really, went left and distanced themselves.
Yeah, and it's been going on ever since. And again, since the 2000 election, every presidential contest has has been close. I
Right.
mean, you're talking about a few states that go either way.
But you've seen those other candidates pop up with their ideas and their ideologies of
Yes.
what could be, and it's not just black and white anymore. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But with this, with this race as being supervisor in the town of Whitestown, it's pretty interesting the lines that the border there. Can you give us an example of where it runs? I mean, it goes right into Oriskany, pretty much.
Yes, town of Whitestown is a big town. It's one of the larger municipalities in Oneida County. It includes, of course, the town and then 4 villages: Oriskany, Whitesboro, New York Mills, and Yorkville. So, that's a challenge. But as town supervisor, I'm eager to obviously get into office and first of all, meet my team and be a part of the Whitestown team, but reach out to the 4 villages, reach out to the village mayors. What can we do together? What can't we do together? Spark some new discussions that maybe have been had or haven't been had in recent years.
Talking to Shaun Kaleta, newly elected town supervisor for Whitestown, on the Talk of the Town at 100.7 FM WUTQ. We had a little bit of an electronics issue there, did we, Jay? Or what?
Yeah, the headphones, our headphone issue. But we are getting our stuff wired here pretty soon.
That's right. The board will be rewired. We have some problems with our equipment here, Shaun.
We're good.
Yeah, very good.
Some of the issues you see facing Whitestown, I know there was some talk about consolidation. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, consolidation is always going to be an issue. It's always going to be a decision to make, especially nowadays. My philosophy is that when it comes to consolidation, if you can prove that, number one, it's going to save the taxpayers money, number two, services are going to be just as good, if not better, then I'm probably going to be for it. But also, consolidation isn't always the answer, because once you give up something, chances are you're never going to give it back. But I think, we all need to work hard to reach some kind of middle ground. There has to be give and take. And I think there's ways to accomplish things where, folks can still keep their identity, but yet still move forward. Whether that be fire, police, highway, codes. I mean, it could be anything. As town supervisor, I'm willing to talk to all people, all sides, come to the table with any ideas and just go from there. And like I said, I'm very excited to spark some conversations that haven't been had in a long time.
Yeah, many in Whitestown, where you're located in Rome, wanted to think about consolidation and putting the hospital in an area that would be central to Mohawk Valley residents here instead of downtown. Did you have a feeling on that or not?
Quite honestly, I haven't looked too much into the hospital issue. I do know, obviously, that there is a initial proposal thought of putting it in downtown Utica.
Right.
Obviously, there's people that are strongly for it. There's people that are it looks like strongly opposed to it.
Sure.
But it's so early in the game, and I think there's so much that needs to be researched and so much that needs to go into it. I just ask that people keep an open mind when it comes to stuff like that and listen to the pros and cons and let the process, work itself out and then make a judgment.
Talking to Shaun Kaleta, the newly elected town supervisor for Whitestown, here on 100.7 FM WUTQ.
We were mentioning the signage before you came in.
Oh, yeah.
You had a lot of signs out there, Shaun. And I see you mentioned on Facebook here that you've been out there cleaning it up. How's that effort going?
It was tiring. I'm a little tired. We were out Wednesday for 4 or 5 hours, and then yesterday I picked up a few that I had forgotten. But
if there's someone out there who's been through, the area you're representing and didn't see a sign, then they didn't have their eyes open.
I appreciate that, but it was all worth it. And again, very humbled that so many people were willing to put a sign in their yard, and that means a lot. And like I said, I'm very excited to move forward. I'm excited to learn more, learn the ropes, meet my team, and really bring a new vision to the town of Whitestown and try to think outside the box a little bit, because the days we live in, the days of status quo governing, I just don't think is good enough. And we need new ideas, we need new thought processes, and I hope that we can work together. And I want to build even greater relationships with our 4 villages. I've represented a village for the past 5 years, so I feel like I know, what their issues are compared to the town, and vice versa. So,
is that where you got your strongest support? I'm not sure if you've seen the breakdown yet, but between the villages and towns, do you know where your major support came from?
Villages came out. Villages supported me. I was fortunate enough to win each village in the town of Whitestown, and also the town Whitestown. My hometown village of Oriskany came out in force, which is always encouraging. And again, I'm very blessed by that, and I'm going to do everything I can not to let them down. And this is a 2-year term, and there's lots of work to do. And like I said, I'm going to try everything I can to represent the people of Whitestown. And I think what we really accomplished is when we started off, this campaign, who's Shaun Kaleta? And I thought we were very effective in getting out there, getting our message out, meeting so many people. We went to over 2,500 houses. We went to so many community events. We really did it the right way, and that's what I'm so proud of, and that it's still possible to do it the right way in this political age.
All right. Very good. Thanks for coming in, Shaun. Appreciate it.
Thank you.